Hello everybody, Flamin' Shark back with another video. Today giving you guys another blind commentary, blind reaction, and review to Hotel Transylvania 2. So I did the first film a while back. I have since, obviously it was a redirect back in the day. I have since re-uploaded it. If you check out, there is a section on my main page. You can go down and see all of the movie reactions that are not related to any other series. They are all available for you guys if you want to check those out. And yeah, one of them was Hotel Transylvania. I reacted to that a long time ago. I never got to the sequels, and I figured since we're going to do monthly movie reactions, there's a poll on Patreon that will be opening tomorrow, in fact, on February 1st. It'll be open for all 29 days of February, and the winning movie, I'll post a reaction to the winning movie on March 7th, so you guys will have a movie, all of you will have a movie on March 7th. Whichever of the 9 films that I put on the poll that wins will be the movie. So that should be really fun. But I figured, well, I might as well kind of start the monthly movies early. And the poll is going on throughout February, and we'll pick the March movie. But that still leaves January and February. And I thought, well, Hotel Transylvania 1 is a movie I already watched and really liked. And I figured, you know what, let's kind of get the movies rolling with the other Hotel Transylvania movies. So I did Hotel Transylvania 2 here on the final day of January. Also kind of a little bit of an announcement of the movie poll that's going up tomorrow on the Patreon, because again, if you guys want to influence what movies I react to, you have some influence in that, so that's going to be cool. But obviously in January, on the 31st here, I'm doing Hotel Transylvania, and I decided to do it in between my rotation, because obviously my last reaction was Fairy Tale, and that's the final thing in the rotation. Then it flips back around to Mob, and I figured I'll do Hotel Transylvania here for January, and then I'll also do Hotel Transylvania 3 at the end of my next rotation, and then that'll be my February movie reaction, and then in March you'll have what won the poll, and for the coming months after that, it'll be whatever wins the poll. Not saying those will be the only movies I react to in a given month. Obviously, if a series I'm doing as just part of my regular series has a movie to react to, then I might react to that, or that also could be the case with, it's actually really funny because Hotel Transylvania 3 will be right before Steins Gate, and the first thing I'm going to react to for Steins Gate is the Steins Gate movie. So there'll actually technically be 2 movie reactions in a row between Hotel Transylvania 3 and the Steins Gate movie. But yeah, it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited to do the monthly movie reactions. I enjoy doing movies. They're a different experience, obviously, but it's a fun thing. And one thing I do like about movies is that I react to a movie, the video is going to be long, but it's not going to get into unless I'm doing a really long movie, it's not going to get too insane and too long. But I'm also someone who makes really long videos, so it's not like, even if I'm reacting to a really long movie, it's not like anything I can't handle. And I also tried to do a very clean transition cut, where I cut and then I kind of cut and I didn't, and I just cut and then I cut back. And you guys will see what I'm saying, as opposed to what I normally do in movies, because again, my current camera can't, it'll break up the files and the syncing gets really weird because it loses 2 or 3 seconds or whatever. I did a really clean cut, and I hope you guys will like that. Hopefully it'll work out well, where instead of me saying, okay, let's jump back in, 3, 2, 1, go, it was just clean. I don't know how well it'll look, but we'll see. We'll see if you guys like it. I think it'll be a really clean cut. I mean, it won't be a really clean cut, but because there will be a cut, but I'm going to just try to keep the movie rolling. You guys will see in the reaction what that looks like. I think that's what I'm going to start doing for movies now, unless I want to pause anyways and talk about the film. If I don't want to pause about the film, I'm just going to do the transition thing that you guys will see. I think it'll work out pretty well. But yeah, anyways, we'll see how that turned out, because I haven't edited it yet. I'm just recording this review redirect thing right after, literally right after finishing it, and then after that I'm gonna record a Patreon thank you that's also going up on the I just realized today's the 30th. I guess I won't record that till tomorrow, because I'm recording this on the 30th. You guys will get it on the 31st. But yeah, So I guess I'll wait until, like, I'll probably wait until tomorrow afternoon to post what I was gonna say, or to record what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be a little thank you, just a little, like, video thank you for everyone who's joined the Patreon or whatever. But yeah, that's obviously unrelated to any of this. But yeah, so Hotel Transylvania 3 is going to be coming soon. I know, this is super overdue. I've wanted to do this for a long time, and I finally did it. Hotel Transylvania 2. I have not talked about the the movie at all. I'm so used to saying episode. I've not talked about the movie at all, and I am really good at just talking about bullshit in these reviews. Like I said, there's also the Discord server, which is really cool. There's my Twitter, which I don't use, and there's the My Anime List and email if you want to get in contact with me or check things out of me or whatever weird shit you want to do in your free time. Besides watch me, because that's pretty weird in and of itself. But I went through one Coke in this entire movie. I'm actually surprised I didn't get some more water or anything. I didn't actually drink much, and that's pretty rare for me. I'm probably going to start guzzling some water like right after I finish recording this, because that sounds fucking fantastic, and for whatever reason, I drink a shit ton of shit. Maybe it's because I talk a lot, but I always need to be guzzling some water, I guess. But this was a great movie. It picked up on the events of Hotel Transylvania, and it was really cool, because in Hotel Transylvania 2, we kind of progressed into the marriage of Jonathan and Mavis, and we actually, there were a lot of time skips going on, and we got to meet the son of Jonathan and Mavis named Dennis. And we played on this story about how it looked like the kid was going to be human, and, Mavis was mingling with the idea of moving to California to give the kid a better life. And, Dracula, it's kind of interesting because Dracula goes through a similar kind of character arc as he does in the first movie. And I like how it kind of parallels the first movie in that way, because the first movie, Dracula was concerned about, in the first movie, he was concerned about Mavis growing up and growing apart from him. And in the second movie, in a sense, it was the same thing through the conduit of his grandson, Dennis, and also, the whole thing about how he's learned to accept humans, but he's not, despite that, he doesn't want his grandson to be human, all that stuff. It's like, it's really cool, and I love the story that they tell with Dracula in this movie, similarly to the last one, but I think there were certain elements of the sequel that I preferred to the original. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in this review. I actually prefer Hotel Transylvania 2 to Hotel Transylvania. I think Hotel Transylvania 2 was just a little bit better. The animation was great, but I think the animation was great in both films. I would have to watch Hotel Transylvania again, but I didn't notice it being that much different. I just thought the first movie looked fantastic, but the second movie looked awesome as well. I think Sony Pictures Animation did a wonderful job with the animation in this film. It's not Spider-Verse looking good, but it's really good looking, and I think, this makes another film that I really like from Sony Animation. And again, there's not that many, but it's starting to go up, because I really like both of the Hotel Transylvania films, and obviously I love Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I've obviously done reactions to all three of those movies, so you can see my initial first thoughts to each of those films, which were all wonderful, and just a great time. Really all of them. Another thing I really liked about Hotel Transylvania 2 was how they handled Mavis and Jonathan's relationship. I love how Jonathan's kind of like a bitch, and like Mavis is like this mom who is just, overprotective a little bit, but reasonably so, I'd say, for the most part. And she's just trying to protect Dennis and be a good mom and, being sweet and being awesome. And I think the cool thing about Mavis as a mother is that, I think she's learned a lot from humanity as well as her monster kind, and but more than anything, she's just trying to be a good mother that gives her son the best life possible. And I think she's super reasonable throughout the whole movie, in my opinion. Jonathan's a little bit of a bitch. Johnny, you need to You need to man up sometimes. Like, that's my advice on Jonathan. But he's a great character. I really enjoy him. I mean, he's not Mavis, he's not Dracula, but he's fun, and I can see why Mavis would be into him. Like all jokes aside, like just beyond just, you know, all that and the zings and all that. And Dennis was adorable. I loved Dennis. I thought he was a cute kid, but yeah, you know, as per usual, as with the first one, I mean, you have to look at Dracula and Mavis stealing the show. I mean, they're the best characters in this franchise. What a shocker. It's fucking Dracula for one, and then Mavis is just such a bae. Like, holy shit, I love her. And I really love her as a mother. And also, I love the story that we're telling. Like, this is, I would say, like, the whole thing about how I love how, because the characters are a little older, we get to play with the concepts of getting married, we get to play with the concepts of getting pregnant and having a kid, and I love that we get to do these plots in a movie like this. And this isn't a movie that you necessarily think to do this. As far as I know, I assume it's like just a PG movie, which, I mean, there's nothing about it to me that felt anything beyond that. It was 7 years after the first movie. Okay, I just saw that on the thing, which that fits. I mean, at least the majority of the movie is 7 years after, once it gets to the main part of the plot, because there was a lot of little time skips going on in the beginning, and then eventually we got to the moment in time where we actually just focused on, and that was great. But no, I loved Hotel Transylvania 2. This is a movie that I can't wait to rewatch. Maybe watch a reaction. I know Kick-Ass has a reaction to this. That'll be fun. I don't know if anyone else has done this movie, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun to rewatch this because I really enjoyed it. It makes me want to rewatch the first one as well. I actually did not rewatch the first one before watching this. I remembered it quite well. The only thing I was struggling with was names. Like, I could not remember Johnny's name until we got to the show, the movie, and they said his name. Before that, I was struggling with the names for a few people, but for the most part, I pretty much remembered everything, and it worked out well, and this was great. I'm really excited for Hotel Transylvania 3. I'm probably more excited than I was before this movie, because while I was looking forward to this movie, I didn't necessarily know if it would be able to top the first one. I think it absolutely has, probably. And now I have a lot, pretty high hopes for the third movie, so hopefully the third movie is really good as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if the third movie falls back a little bit. I'm still expecting a decent movie, especially since there is going to be a fourth Hotel Transylvania film. But hopefully they don't milk it too much, because so far I think they've done really well with this franchise. And yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Anyways, that's all I got to say for this video. So yeah, you guys know the links are down below if you want to check that out. Obviously the reaction links are down below as well, too, of course. You guys know that at this point. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say. So yeah, I'm sure you guys already checked out the reaction, but BitChute and Mega links down below in the description, or whatever is down there. And all the other stuff is down there. So anyways, I think that's going to do it. It's time for me to bid you adieu. Flaming Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastical day, and I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.